This is a demonstration of the daily SCBA checkoff and the SCBA skill station for Firefighter 1. First thing I want to do is look at my bottle. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it from the pack. I'm going to take my bottle out, looking it over for any damage, big gouges, scratches on the bottle itself, cracks. Also looking at the valve assembly, all that looks good. Also want to check my hydro date, make sure it's in good shape, or within date, and it is. While I've got the bottle out, I'm going to check my back plate assembly. And look it over, make sure the handles are intact. I don't see any cracks or damage on either side of the back plate. So that looks good. Now I can go ahead and reattach my bottle. Make sure it seats all the way in, make sure we clamp it back down. I'm going to reattach my regulator, but make sure that the O-ring is in place and in good shape. It is. Go ahead and reattach. Remember, we want this finger tight. So once that's in place, while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and check my RIC connection, make sure it looks good. It does, so I'm going to replace the cover. All right. At this time, I'm going to check my harness straps. Make sure they're in good shape. Make sure they're fully extended. Both shoulder straps and the waist strap. They all look to be in good shape. And now they're fully extended. At this time, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my bottle. I want to check my pressures. I want to make sure that my bottle is at least at 90% of what it's fully rated at. This one's at 4,100, so we're right at the good mark. I also want to check my shoulder gauge to make sure it's reading within 100 psi of what the bottle says. This one's saying 4,050, so it is within 100 psi, so we're good there. Also want to check my hoses. My high pressure hose here, braided, looks to be in good shape. Check my other low pressure hose going to my regulator. It looks to be in good shape, and it's also got a quick disconnect, so I'm going to make sure it disconnects and reconnects, and is reconnected good. That's good. All right, at this time I'm going to check my mask over. Check my lens, make sure it looks to be in good shape. My HUD is already attached on this model. It's good to go. The strap looks good. Head harness looks good. And now I'm going to do a seal check. So I'm going to go ahead and don the mask. Once I get it tight, I'm going to cover the hole. Cover the hole and suck in. Make sure it sucks to my face, and it does, so we're good there. Extend the straps back out. Now I also want to check my regulator. Make sure that it connects up to the mask. And it does. And I'm also going to make sure I can draw air through it. So we're good there. So I can disconnect. While I've got my regulator, I want to check my bypass valve. Make sure it flows freely. And it does. Alright, at this point, I'm going to check my pass alarm. I'm going to check it for manual operation, so I'm going to press the emergency button, push and hold, make sure that it alarms. And it does, so I'll clear that out. Now I'm going to check it to make sure the pass alarm goes off if I'm not moving, so I'm going to let it sit for 15 to 20 seconds. Make sure that it goes through all three phases of the alarm. There's the first stage, second stage, and finally full alarm. So I'll go ahead and clear it out. At this time I can bleed the pressure down on the system after I turn the bottle off, and I want to listen for the low pressure alarm to go off. As the air pressure is bled off, make sure it works. Once I make sure all of the residual air is bled off, I close the bypass valve, clear my pass alarm to turn it off, double click. on my harness. I've already checked it. It's already, all the straps are out. I'm going to reattach my regulator. And now I can put my pack up, back on the truck, wherever it goes, and I know it's ready for the day. And this concludes the SCBA skill station for the Firefighter 1 test.